The story of surviving kamikaze pilots is one of the most complex and tragic chapters of post-World War II history. While we often think of these missions as one way, thousands of pilots actually survived. This was either because their missions were scrubbed, their planes failed, or the war ended before their turn came. Here is what really happened to them. During the war, pilots who returned to base due to mechanical failure or weather were often treated with extreme hostility. Their commanders viewed them with disdain. The 9 times rule stated that while technical issues were accepted, there were limits. One famous pilot, Hakudo Takeo, returned 9 times. He was eventually grounded and labeled a coward. Many returning pilots were stripped of their flight status. They were forced into menial tasks like cleaning latrines to purify their failed spirit. When Japan surrendered in 1945, the surviving pilots faced a society that didn't know how to handle them. In the immediate years of the Allied occupation, many Japanese people viewed them with indifference or even disdain. They were seen as symbols of a failed fanatical regime that had led the country to ruin. Pilots struggled to find jobs or go back to school. They suffered from what was later called Special Attack Unit Syndrome. This was a deep psychological trauma. It stemmed from the fact that they were prepared to die. They felt a sense of guilt for being the ones who lived while their friends perished. For decades, many survivors kept their past a total secret, even from their own children. They lived ordinary lives as farmers, teachers, or factory workers. They carried the heavy burden of their training in silence. It wasn't until the 1950s and 60s that the Japanese government began to shift the narrative. They started reframing them as tragic heroes rather than fanatics. In their later years, many survivors became vocal critics of nationalism and war. Personal testimonies emerged. Survivors like Hisao Horiyama eventually spoke out. They explained that they weren't volunteers in the way propaganda suggested. Instead, they were coerced by a culture of absolute obedience. They visited schools to warn younger generations. They taught that dying for one's country should never be glorified as a child's highest act. These pilots, once destined for a fiery end, found a new purpose in life. They became beacons of peace, sharing their harrowing experiences. Their stories served as powerful reminders of the true cost of war. They spoke of the immense pressure and the feeling of being trapped. Their voices, once silenced by shame, now echoed with wisdom and a plea for understanding. The Special Attack Unit Syndrome lingered for many. Yet, their resolve to prevent future conflicts grew stronger with each passing year. They taught that true bravery lay not in sacrifice, but in survival and the pursuit of peace. Their legacy transformed from symbols of fanaticism to champions of humanity. They show that even from the ashes of war, hope for a better future can emerge. The lessons they imparted were invaluable. They emphasized critical thinking over blind obedience. They highlighted the importance of individual choice. Their lives became a testament to resilience and the enduring human spirit. They found solace in sharing their truths. They helped a nation come to terms with its past. The journey from prepared to die to living for peace was long and arduous, but they walked it with courage and conviction. Their sacrifices, though not in battle, were profound. They sacrificed their silence to speak for those who could not. They became the living memory of a dark chapter. Their message resonated across generations. It was a message of peace, understanding, and the preciousness of life. The surviving kamikaze pilots, once forgotten, became unforgettable. Their stories continue to inspire. They remind us of the complexities of war. They teach us the enduring power of redemption. Their legacy is a powerful call to prevent future tragedies, a testament to the human capacity for change and forgiveness.